Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, Engacho 2, set in Dubai and supplied to us today by Shaco 1610. So with no briefing, we'll move straight on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them with no objectives. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location. We're going to have a proximity taser stored up in the atrium toilets, and we'll be bringing with us a remote taser, a durian fruit, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, our first target is one of the guards flanking the Sheikh. And the Sheikh is currently up on stage about to give his speech, so we are going to try and do this. Now this is a little bit risky as we're about to enter a trespassing area, but if we get behind here quick enough we won't be spotted. We're going to pull out our durian fruit, and as we run back out we're going to throw the durian fruit at our target's head. Now he does tend to spot you rather quickly, so you do need to be moving while you're doing it. But if you do it successfully, our target will get sick and he will make his way to the atrium toilets. We're going to get there ahead of him so that we can retrieve our other taser. There we go. So all we have to do now is await the arrival of our first target. He's still quite a long way off. It doesn't look like he's even moving yet. But eventually he will join us in the bathroom here, and when he does we can make sure that the door closes behind him, and then we can give him a nice refreshing cold drink of water and hold his hair if necessary. So 1 target down with 4 more to go. Our next targets are located over by the outside bar area. So we're just going to take this guard's outfit as it will get us around a lot easier, and we're going to head straight across the atrium, past the black and gold bar and out to the outside bar. And our next target can also be somewhat tricky, as what we're going to do is we are going to drop our proximity taser in their line of sight. Now there are a number of other guards in the area along with a lot of civilians, and we need our guard to be the one to pick up the taser. So we do need to do this quite well. I recommend using the remote taser for this one, as we may need to retrieve the taser once or twice before we snag our target. So we're just going to drop the taser on the entrance into the back of the art installation area, and with any luck someone will either see that and take it to our target, or our target himself will see it. I think we've dropped it a little too close to the door, so we're just going to try and get our guy's attention here. And no, I think Mr. Sato has spotted the taser and he's going to go and get a different guard. So we're just going to quickly retrieve the taser, move a safe distance away until Sato and his guard go back to their usual routines, and then we're going to try this again. So hopefully this time round we've definitely got our target's attention, and it looks like he is not interested once again. But we have a young lady here who has spotted the taser, and she is informing our target that the taser is there. So at this point we can now trigger the taser, and our second target will have a shockingly bad day. So 2 targets down, 3 more to go. Our remaining 3 targets are a little less tricky, and the next of those is located just outside of the art installation area, just by the balcony leading to the black and gold bar, and they are on patrol right here. There he is. So we're going to drop our taser just on the floor here, out of sight somewhere. This is the proximity taser, so all we have to do is drop it on the floor and move away relatively quickly. Now our target will go back into his other position as part of his routine. He will then see that taser and he will go behind the screen and collect it, which means we won't be able to see him, but we will get our little picture-in-picture view. So he is off now back to his other position, and when he gets there he will spot the taser on the floor, which should trigger around about now, and when he goes over to collect it he will have a shockingly bad day. So there he goes. So we are 3 targets down with 2 more to go. Our final 2 targets are both located right up in the penthouse area. So that's where we're off to next, and that's where this particular outfit comes in handy, as we don't need to change again. We can go all the way straight up to the penthouse. We're going to go up on top of the art installation area, as there is one locked door we need to get through, and we require a crowbar. So there just happens to be one in the toolbox right here, and then we can make our way up onto the ledge and up onto the penthouse area. We're going to avoid the camera by hugging the wall on the right, bust open the door to the upper levels of the penthouse, and straight up the stairs and into the pantry, where we will find a penthouse worker. We're going to render them unconscious. We may as well use the crowbar as we have it. We're going to deposit them in the chest freezer provided, and our target is the famous chef. So we're just going to deposit you in the freezer. I'm going to retrieve my crowbar. We're going to turn on the ice making machine, and that will get the attention of our target. I'm also going to grab the screwdriver from the trolley here. Let's turn that off, that is rather noisy. And we're going to use the screwdriver on the chef. So once the chef has decided to come in, we're just going to hide ourselves away behind this trolley. Although I don't think we're trespassing, well, we're certainly not trespassing, and I don't think the chef would be an enforcer to us. Either way, we're going to hide ourselves until the chef arrives, and when he's in position we can then launch the screwdriver at the back of his head and deposit him away in the chest freezer along with his colleague. So our final target is a penthouse worker up in Carl Ingram's apartment, and he's currently waiting here to serve Carl Ingram a glass of whiskey, but Carl is not around. So we're going to run straight out onto the balcony, and we're going to throw our screwdriver against the banister just as Carl Ingram arrives. So he's going to have to wait a little while for his drink, because our target has come out to investigate the noise. We can then render him unconscious and deposit him over the balcony, and he can have an express route all the way back down to the ground floor. So with all of our targets now dealt with, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit will be down on the lower levels of the penthouse, out on the balcony where Carl Ingram goes to play golf. And we do have a couple of enforcers to avoid, but they're easy enough. One we can just wait out, and one we can bypass entirely. Then we can throw ourselves off of a perfectly good building. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives, and in turn that will gain us a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.